So you're playing your pugs or your scrims or whatever and you keep dying to AWPers, let me help you. I found a few micro tips that you can use to lower the chance of dying to AWPers and higher the chance of you just like insta-killing them. So we'll just quickly explain the physics of the way I like to peek AWPers. So a lot of the time when you're AWPing, imagine there's an AWPer here. A lot of the time, imagine you're this AWPer. You're expecting this guy to either like do like a jiggle like this to try and jiggle it out, or he's gonna go to like here and he's gonna wide swing super far out until he sees you and then counter strafe. So what's nice to do is to kind of counter this deep, like when you go super far or doing like a jiggle like this. And the best way to do that is kind of being in the middle here. So what you can do in CS2 is make it look like you're wide swing, but then just peek. So let's say you're walking down lower here and you think there could be an AWP lower. AWP hasn't shot anywhere across the map. You think maybe they started an AWP lower. And against just any general buy rounds, you want to be aware of an AWP on this angle here. So how you might want to naturally peek him, especially in CS2, is to kind of wide swing like this and just react when you see him. And this isn't a bad way of peeking. It can be super effective, but it can also be super predictable for AWPers, because AWPers now expect that peek and that wide swing. Everyone knows that in CS2, wide swings are like a big thing. What we can do is kind of counter that meta, and that's what I've noticed with CS2. There's always like a meta, and then there's some sort of counter to the meta, like donk slide, but then there's like the Nico, like more CSGO movement that kind of counters the donk slide. So something to do with the counter meta of CS2. So what we can do instead is do this concept I've talked about before. It's called peek, stop, react. Hey everyone, thought I'd quickly let you guys know I made a mini course alongside pro Latvian player Keen on the 7 qualities you must possess to be a star player and how to get them. The course covers many concepts that I haven't covered in my YouTube, and it gives specific practical advice, plus a direct line to me if you need any help about the concepts in the course. So go check that out in the description below. I'm going to add a little bit to it. Instead of just peek, stopping, reacting, which would look like this, where you go like this and you just peek and stop like that, or you go peek like that. What we can see good players do, like CS2 and that kind of thing, especially against when they can meet AWPers there, is already go back like this, like that. So it's not like, don't get this mixed up with like bad movement where you're going like this, or I've seen people do this where they like run to a spot and then start jiggling. CS2 is more like out and in. It's like, it's a peek, stop, react, but he's already going back in. So it's like, as soon as you react and see the guy, you're going in. So it's like, so it kind of looks like you're about to wide swing. So AWP's holding like this, he sees you like move with super fast movement, so he clicks like this with AWP, and then you've already just stopped and gone back. You've gone like this and then back there, which is super hard for AWPers to hit. I've talked to my AWPer about this, and he says like this is the hardest shot to hit when people do this movement. So best way to practice is just go in game and just try this out for yourself. Just go on your own server, in a private server, and just practice going in and out and putting like a bot there. You can, even if you have a friend, get him to just hold like this and just try all the different angles in CS. So what we're going to do, we're going to go look at an example of CS2 doing this against Monacy in a face it pug. So he's walking palace here. He says, I think ticket AWP there. He thinks there could be an AWPer there. He's not going to just run out and make a bunch of noise. He knows he's going to do peek, stop, react, and he's going to do those little strafes to dodge those AWP bullets. So you're like faking a wide swing, but you're going back. So kills the first guy. So he says ticket AWP, ticket AWP. He knows, or he thinks there's an AWPer there, so this is how he chooses to peek. Out, in, out, in, and like dodges the AWP bullet. If Monacy was watching, Monacy was holding main like this, but if Monacy was watching, he would see him going for a wide swing and flick for the wide swing, and then instead he's actually gone back and dodged it. So this is a really good way of like avoiding AWPers. Try this out and let me know in the comments if this works for you, because this works unreal for me. So if you guys feel stuck at all in CS, I have a coaching program, so just chuck me a message on Twitter or check out my website if you feel like you need some help implementing anything I talked about in this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.